Coming up next, the Hawks taking on the Pelicans. For the Hawks, every game presents another chance to improve and... Hi and welcome everyone here on 2K Sports. Can't wait to get some NBA action going. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge is joining us from the sideline. Looking at the starting five for the Atlanta Hawks. They've got Bibby. Smith is out there with Olajuwon. Then it's Pierce. And it's Jackson in at the two-guard spot. And for the Pelicans, we've got Chris Bosh. Goodrich is out there with Johnson. Then it's Pippen. And it's Unseld in at the five. And on the floor tonight, a collection of some of the league's brightest young players.
And make no mistake about it, these guys are a work in progress, but the talent is undeniable. Can't wait to see who becomes the alpha dog in this group.
Smith outside. Outside, Pierce. Back to Smith. Launches a three. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And his passing is probably the most underrated part of his game. Pierce is a terrific playmaker on that wing.
Outside Pippen. Over Pierce. And good. Got the English that time as it falls.
Lethal from the mid-range. Pippen doesn't need much airspace to feel comfortable with that jumper.
Pass to Pierce. The Hawks working the ball around. Jackson kicks to Pierce. 6 to shoot. Knocked loose. And it's sent back by Bosh.
Oh, using that length on defense, Bosh positioning himself well to come up with the block.
And that's a block right there. He swats that ball away with some energy.
And right out of the gate, trying to set the tone defensively, you gotta love that energy.
And so it's Pippen with it. He brings it up for New Orleans. Last game matched up with the Clippers. A tough loss there.
A long and tiring game, made worse, obviously, by the fact they ended up in the second overtime falling short, which can be a real morale killer.
Here's Goodrich, and he connects with the jumper.
And really not the quickest release, but a nice fluid stroke. And, of course, Goodrich is a tremendous competitor.
For three, Pierce. Another three for Atlanta.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Outside Pippen. Goodrich passes to Unseld. And here is Johnson. And here is Goodrich. Guarded by Jackson. Outside Pippen. Here's the three. That one falls. Coming off the Johnson feet. Pippen's got 5 now.
Practically automatic shot there by Pippen. He knows he just needs the ball, and then he is good to go.
Goodrich against Jackson for three. Bibby sinks the three-pointer.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Hey, players love competition, and the fans love it as well.
Back to Bosh. Johnson surveying the floor. Over Bibby. Shot by Johnson, no good.
And I was sure that was money on that one, but everyone is afforded an easy miss or two.
Yes, let's look on the bright side. You got a great look. It's a play that you might want to go back to again.
Bibby with the bucket.
I mean, beautiful execution of the game plan offensively. So far, they are hitting 80% from the field.
Johnson, the pass to Bosh. Good, nice job down low.
Oh, nice balance from Bosh there. Absorbing the contact well and still able to convert.
And you love seeing that great mobile one drive a second time.
And putting that pressure on the rim. That's what it's all about, threatening with that attack.
It's Pierce on the wing. Here we go, one-on-one. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Yeah, just nice strength there, and then just off with the shot.
And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. Scoring breakdown for Atlanta.
They came out firing from deep. It's always good for a team's confidence when you can start a game that hot.
And it seems they've also put an emphasis on moving the ball, working to rotate around the defense and find those quality looks.
That one is off. AGA, what about these Hawks? They can really be fun to watch.
Yeah, and they just need to be more consistent, Kevin. It seems they can beat anyone on any day. If they can start doing that regularly, we're talking about big things in the future.
And he misses the second one as well, so he is 0 for 2 that time. Steve, last season the Pelicans showed signs of progress over previous years.
Well, Kevin, securing their highest finish in 3 years. Yeah, I definitely call that solid progress. And I think this team could be on track to only get better.
The pass to Goodrich. And he's going up for the alley-oop. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Pass to Bibby. Here's Jackson, and 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. You know, almost every team has some kind of roster turnover in the offseason, so, Greg, this time of year can be about getting familiar with your new teammates.
There's always a feeling out process this early in the schedule. It's about finding your team's identity, figuring out how all the pieces are going to fit.
First free throw is good. Jackson hits both of them.
I think people underestimated the Pelicans last year. They had such a tough start to the season, but still were able to make it to the playoffs.
Outside Pippen. Goodrich against Jackson. Goes up from the top of the key. Goodrich, that's good.
And a 2-time collegiate champion, Goodrich finished as the school's all-time leading scorer. So you know he can do this.
Johnson against Bibby. Pierce inside the three-point line. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's going to be on Josh Smith.
Hey, you know, for a guy who sat on the bench his senior year of high school and was barely noticed by college recruiters, boy, DJ's proved a lot of people wrong.
Unfortunately, the Pelicans did make a first-round exit in the postseason, Greg.
In a series they took to 6 games, but yeah, couldn't put together that deep run. Maybe this year things will be different.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he makes the first. Good on both. The Hawks leading by 3. Outside Jackson. Smith left side. The Hawks again can't hit.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
Johnson dishes the box. Count it.
In the ultimate combo guard, Johnson can pass with the league's best playmakers.
And now the first timeout called here for the Hawks, coming off that loss against Philadelphia.
Well, when you're facing a team that's feeding off the crowd's energy, you have to bring your A game, and they didn't do that defensively.
It looked like there were communication breakdowns all night. Deadly, especially when you're on the road.
And here's Bibby. He's got 6. The shot by Pierce will not go.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Unzel, the pass to Pippen. Goodrich kicks to Johnson. There's the drive. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
Good job of stepping up to the plate there, seizing back the momentum for his team.
That's the competitor in him. Close game. Let me have this one.
Atlanta shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
And they shot 81% from the line last season as a team, so you really can't find fault with what they're able to do there.
And the first one drops. And the Pelicans making a change here. Claxton's checked in. And Olajuwon drops them both. The Pelicans trail. Now Goodrich. He's coming off a 19-point game against the Clippers. Guys, 7 times the lead has changed hands here now.
Yeah, and that number should easily top double figures before it's over.
Smith feeling it out a bit. Not going to go that time. Baj with some nice D. Pierce against Pippen. Passes to Johnson. Here's Goodrich. Fires the 3. That's in, coming off the assist from Johnson. Johnson's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Outside Jackson. Takes the 13-footer, and he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in.
I'll tell you what, I'm not sure these guys can keep this up.
Yeah, both teams in the zone early. Stops have been almost impossible to come by.
Back to Pippen. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. Pippen's got his 3rd bucket of the night. The Hawks trail by 4. Outside Pierce. Pass to Smith. Now Jackson. 5 to shoot. Here's Olajuwon. His 2nd shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
Such a graceful player. Hakeem is light off the ground there for that rebound, and then the skill to send that one home.
And it's Pippen in the corner. And the shot goes down. Pippen's got 9.
Uh-oh, starting out in rhythm. That's 4 out of 5 he's hit, and we're only in quarter number 1.
Atlanta calls timeout and going against New Orleans, their first meeting of the year.
And it wasn't a matchup they fared well in last year, as they just couldn't figure this team out.
So for the Pelicans, Butler comes in for Pippen. Halliburton subbed in for Johnson. Over to the left wing. Here's Turkoglu. Some solid defense from Butler.
Woo, blown opportunity right there. Won't get many chances easier than that one.
Goodrich passes to Halliburton. New Orleans moving it around. And there's the pass to Goodrich. Clock at 4. Takes the 3. And again, New Orleans with the triple.
5 of 5 to start. I think he's in his zone.
To the wing on the left. Turkoglu against Butler. Out of bounds, New Orleans will take possession. On offense, here are the Pelicans. They're on a 20-6 run. Fires for 3. And it's Goodrich missing.
Yeah, they got that one, but early on, it's really been a struggle for them to secure that defensive backboard.
We're finding the weakness in the defense. That's the court savvy of Thomas at work.
Halliburton against Thomas. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Greg, looking back at the 2021 draft, I'm still shocked. Tyrese Halliburton fell to 12th. My goodness.
What a steal Halliburton has been. He broke his wrist in college. That scared some teams away, but boy, Tyrese has been awesome in the NBA.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First one falls for him.
And back in college, Halliburton was impressive, but he doesn't seem content to rest on past achievements. He's always trying to take his game to new heights.
New Orleans making a switch here. Williams is checked in. Halliburton hits them both.
Money from the stripe. He does a great job night in and night out.
Pass to Brand. Passes it to Turkoglu. Now here's Jones. Out to the wing. Shot clock at 5. Butler against Turkoglu. Basket good.
Yeah, and this team looks for Turkoglu to score, especially when he gets a good look inside.
Pass to Goodrich. Butler with the ball. No points in the game yet for him. It's stolen by Turkoglu. .139 left here in the first quarter. To the middle.
Very few young players see the floor as well as Halliburton. It really shows just how impressive his ceiling is as a playmaker.
To the left side wing. Jones, the pass to Brand. Sinks the triple.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Hey, if you're not going to fight over, you're essentially giving the shooter the look he wants.
Halliburton against Thomas. Here's Halliburton. He had 15 points last out. And the rejection by Brand.
Perfect timing on the rejection there. This is the type of defense Brand can play.
The Atlanta shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. And the first one at the line is good.
Oh, the definition of a stretch forward. Turkoglu can play either forward spot and can stretch the floor with his shooting.
Jason Richardson, he's checked in for New Orleans. And so Turkoglu nails both of them.
And it's been a really good day for him at the line. Some other bigs have well-documented problems on their free throws. He's not one of them.
And the pass to Claxton. He kicks to Williams. Over Brand. And the rejection by Brand. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Jones, no one around him. That one falls coming off of Thomas's feet. Jones has got 5.
He likes to shoot from back there. He's steady Eddie for a reason.
Here's Halliburton. Buries it down low. It has been nip and tuck through the first half.
Exactly, guys. The way it's seesawed back and forth, unbelievable.
11 feet away, and again, it's Atlanta.
And though Thomas is great from the perimeter, he has a toughness and a willingness to go in amongst the trees and kind of mix it up. And how about the terrific use of the crossover there to just throw the defender off balance.
And that concludes a back-and-forth, high-scoring first quarter of play. Pelicans lead by 1. And we'll be back in just a moment with the start of the second quarter. And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from New Orleans?
Well, they've been aggressive from the beginning, particularly on the offensive end.
And that has helped them build an advantage here, playing with good focus and good energy.
New Orleans has gone 3 of 4 from long range in the game. This is how the floor looks for the Hawks starting the second quarter. We've got Pierce. Olajuwon is out there with Smith. Then it's Thomas. And it's Jackson, and it's the shooting guard. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Pelicans will retain possession. For 3, Pippen. And that's collected by Smith. And so it's Smith with it. He'll bring it up for Atlanta. And the rejection by Pippen.
Elite at both ends. Pippen sees the play develop, and then the perfect timing on the block.
Down low. Pierce kicks to Jackson. Gets a very good look and converts. Jackson's got the first basket of the second quarter for Atlanta. The Pelicans trail. Johnson outside. Here's Unseld. Olajuwon with the block.
Without a doubt, one of the most versatile shot blockers in the game. Olajuwon does it in the painted area as well as along the perimeter. And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Now here's Johnson. And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, DA?
Thanks very much. Now, Malcolm Brogdon said in pre-draft interviews, teams would ask him, you went to college for 4 years and got your master's in your 5th year. Are you sure you want to be an NBA player? It seems as if you're black, you can't be both educated and a sportsman. But it's not disheartening. It's a chance for me to break the mold. Kevin?
Thanks, DA.
Yeah, they're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
Outside Pippen. And here's Richardson outside. The shot's good on the assist by Pippen.
And the defense, you can't forget about Richardson from deep. His three-pointer is extremely dangerous.
Smith outside. Jackson down low. Pippen on him. Olajuwon, good.
And that's just too deep. Olajuwon with way too many moves in there, almost automatic.
High post, Johnson. Thomas is on him. Pippen with the wide open look. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Olajuwon. Chris Bosh is checked in for Nicholas Claxton. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Bosh passes to Pippen. 4 on the clock. Up pass to Bosh. It's stolen by Smith. On the wing, Jackson. Over Richardson. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good. Pelicans trailed by 3. Here's Pippen. And that one's on target from the wing. Pippen's got 11.
And that's just good court awareness by Bosh, finding the open man for the easy one.
Here's Thomas, and the Hawks getting another basket right there.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Pelicans. In this league has plenty of guys who can take over a game at any time. But, Steve, how fun is it to have a team with multiple threats and on any given night?
Well, it's really, Kevin, unfair because you have 2 guys that can get it going, and for the defense and the other team, that is hard to contend with.
Bounce pass, Pippen. And Richardson now atop the key. That's in, coming off the assist from Johnson. Johnson's got 6 assists in the game.
This is the shot you want to get him, an open look from range.
Pierce kicks to Jackson. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Hakeem Olajuwon. That's his first foul. New Orleans has gone 2 of 4 from three-point range so far in the second quarter. Here's Johnson. It drops for his 3rd basket. He's missed only 1 shot.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Outside Jackson. It's Pierce on the wing. Knocks it loose. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Hawks will retain possession. From deep. Another 3 for Atlanta.
Yeah, and how about Pierce there? Immediately squares himself up from outside, always prepared to rise and fire.
Pass to one zone. On the wing, Jason Richardson. Pierce covering, and they're able to recover. Basket counts. Pierce has got 5 points in the quarter.
Yeah, Pierce always been great at just getting into the heart of the defense. Feels real comfortable when he's in attack mode around the rim.
Here's Unseld. He's defended by Olajuwon. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Johnson inside. Guarded by Jackson. Beat the shot clock, but it's off the mark. Outside, Pierce. Launches a 3. Another 3 for Atlanta.
You have to be aware of the deep 3 from Pierce. This guy just has insane range.
Passes it to Richardson. He lobs it up, trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Jackson with it, and Bosh picks him up defensively, and there's the call on Bosh. That's his first foul. Goodrich, he's checked in for New Orleans. Mike Bibby's checked in for the Hawks. And here's Pierce. 11 points in the game. Stolen by Pippen. Johnson right side. Back to Pippen. To the paint. Goodrich passes to Bosch. It's good. Bosch has got his third basket of the night right there.
Unselfish, moving the ball. Love to see this kind of offense.
Pass to Smith. Fires the three. That's good. And it's Thomas picking up the assist. Thomas got 4 assists in the game.
And he's on a good pace here from three-point range. Made 1 in the first, 2 more here in the second. It seems like with more to come.
Pippen pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way. Pippen's got 4 points in the quarter.
And the shots just keep on falling for Pippen. And seeing him find his rhythm is sure to motivate his teammates.
Time called here. The Hawks decide to talk it over.
Well, it's a players' league, but certainly coaching has its place.
Yeah, if that weren't the case, you wouldn't see so many coaching changes in the offseason.
And the Pelicans making a change here. Halliburton's checked in. Maybe again, Halliburton. Poked away. And now the Pelicans on the break. Pippen's got the ball. Halliburton, that's good.
And this is how unselfish Pippen can be, wanting to find his teammate.
The Hawks leading by 3. The pass to Pierce. Shoots over Pippen. And the rejection by Pippen. Pass to Goodrich. To the middle. Bosch trying to free himself up. Tries again. And the rejection by Smith. And he recovers it. 4 on the shot clock. Pippen for 3. The shot, no good. So Atlanta will take it the other way. Here's Thomas. Feeds it to Olajuwon. Thomas trying to break loose. And Olajuwon gets it to go on the assist by Thomas. Thomas got his 5th assist in this one. Pass to Goodrich. Back to Halliburton. Over to the wing. Outside Pippen. Tries it from 19. Got it. Number 7 on the night. 7 for 11 from the floor.
Impressive, really, from that short 17 area. They are not missing many.
Here's Thomas. Olajuwon trying to break free. That's his 4th basket of the game, and he's only taken 4 shots. Off to a good start. Pass to Goodrich. New Orleans moving it around. And here comes Thomas leading the fast break. Smith outside. Somehow ignores the tight D and gets the layup. Smith's got the lead up to 7 now for Atlanta. Halliburton outside. Pippen for 3. That falls. Nice feed that time from Halliburton. Pippen's got 18 points.
In this period, they're feeding him, and he's feeling it.
Out left to the wing. Outside for Thomas. Clock at 6. Over Goodrich. In Atlanta again with the bucket.
In case anyone was wondering, this is what it looks like when you're in the zone. He hasn't missed one all quarter.
Timeout called here. The Pelicans decide to talk it over. Williams, he's checked in for New Orleans. Butler comes in for Pippen. And the Hawks making a change here as well. Elton Brand's checked in for Paul Pierce. It's stolen by Smith. That's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71% 5 for 7. Now the pass to Goodrich. Butler with the ball. Outside Bosch. Butler feeling it out a bit. And that's going to be a travel.
All you have to do is point to their turnovers this quarter. There's a reason the scoreboard looks like it does.
Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Chris Bosch. The Hawks leading by 8. Outside Thomas. Over Williams. Again, the Hawks good for 2.
Riding the hot hand, and why not? If something's working, keep going to it.
New Orleans has gotten half their shots from three-point range to go down in the second quarter. 3 of 6 from downtown. Pass to Claxton. Here's Butler. The tray. That's good, and it's Halliburton with the assist. Halliburton's got his 3rd assist on the night. Outside Thomas. Smith on the wing. Got a piece of it, and it goes out of bounds. That one off Butler. Jones checked in for Smith. We've got 1:18 left now here in the second. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
And fantastic work from Brand. You see how polished and comfortable he is inside.
Goodrich passes to Halliburton. Here's Claxton. He's guarded by Olajuwon and wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. And it's the Pelicans with the ball. 6 on the shot clock. Floats one up. And it's Halliburton missing.
And we haven't seen them get to the line as much here in the second quarter. They might be settling a tad too much offensively. And the quickness of Eddie Jones there, creating difficulties for this defense.
This is his first chance at the line tonight. And that one misses.
A hard-nosed defensive player. You have to like the effort Jones brings on that end, often taking on the challenge of their best offensive player.
Sabonis, he's checked in for Olajuwon. That one is no good.
And not what we're accustomed to seeing from him at all from the free throw line.
Passes it to Goodrich. Here's Claxton. Butler on the way. New Orleans needs to get off a shot. Thomas with the steal, the finish, and the jam by Isaiah Thomas.
He takes advantage of them in every way possible.
And Greg, he lures them into a trap on the steal, and then bang, straight to the bucket.
Great activity at both ends. Great teamwork as well.
Goodrich kicks to Butler. Over Jones, and Jones sends it back. Isaiah Thomas has been on display for the Hawks. That quarter had to take a lot out of him. He racked up 12 points. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much. With Quinn Snyder, Coach, great offense in the first half. What made it possible?
I think we're executing pretty well. Moving them around a little bit with some fakes, and guys are just playing aggressive as much as anything. But we get a few more stops.
It's been good so far, Coach. Thanks for your time. Back to you.
All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. Shaq is here. Kenny's here. You're watching the NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports. A competitive matchup for Atlanta in the first quarter. Some good action during the period, as it was just a one-point game at the end of one. They're in a terrific position now thanks to their flawless execution in the second quarter. Some excellent work offensively now has them up 11 at the break. And Shaq, what are your thoughts on how Atlanta played?
They've come out determined to push the pace, up-tempo offense, get the ball up court as quickly as possible. Advantage in transition points has been the major difference in this game.
And Kenny, what'd you see from New Orleans?
The energy on D stood for disappointment. They were slow to rotate. Communication was bad. No effort. I mean, the intensity on that end of the floor, where it needs to be, was just not there.
And that's all we have for now. Tell the folks goodbye, Shaq. Tell the folks goodbye,
Goodbye.
Kenny. Goodbye. Go to Kevin Harlan.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. What can you say? Scottie Pippen, an impressive effort here today.
As impressive as the block totals are from him early on, they don't even tell the whole story. He's changed countless others.
Yes, defensively, what they've done, they've funneled people his way and banking on his ability to intimidate.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Pippen is out there with Chris Bosh. Then it's Johnson. Then it's Goodrich. And it's Unseld in at the 5 down low. And that's the group for Willie Green as we begin the second half. Glad we got the chance to see that remarkable rejection.
Yeah, quick thinking pays off big. What a block.
Atlanta leading by 11. Outside Jackson. Launches it. Hits it from three-point range. Jackson's got his third basket of the night.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
The reason why they've stayed aggressive and they have not let up this entire night. And at this point, I wouldn't expect them to.
5 to shoot.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
Here's Goodrich. To the inside. It's stolen by Olajuwon.
And they're losing their concentration here, guys. Just sloppy with the ball.
In the corner, Smith with it. Brand outside. Brown. Here's Pippen. Not wasting any time and taking the shot and knocking it down. Pippen's got 20.
And how about the anticipation and imagination there from Unseld? Sees the play developing and delivers the pass on time and on target.
Outside for Pippen. Pass to Unseld. Johnson in the corner. 5 on the clock. And the rejection by Brand. Atlanta leading by 12. The pass to Jackson. Jackson is doubled. Kicks it out to Olajuwon. They get a hand on it. Brand outside. Now Pierce. He's got 11. Misses the 3.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Jackson against Goodrich. Out to the wing. Johnson outside. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force them to the line.
These are his third and fourth free throw attempts of the game. And that one falls for Johnson. Bibby checked in for the Hawks. And he makes both free throws. The Hawks leading by 10. Pierce up top. Back to Bibby. The Hawks working the ball around. Outside for Jackson. Lets it fly from 18. And it's off the back rim. No good.
And he's frustrated. That's a shot he can make in his sleep.
And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for two. And this is his second trip to the line tonight. And he makes the first. He hits both from the stripe. The Hawks leading by 8. Bibby kicks to Smith. Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. Out of hand on it. Pippen for 3. Rebounded by the Hawks. Pierce has got his 4th rebound in this one.
Shaky start to the half. Going 1 for 4. Still trying to find that groove.
Smith outside. Olajuwon trying to break free. Smith gets it to go on the assist by Olajuwon.
He's been a big factor in their offense tonight, making shot after shot.
Here's Pippen. The 19-footer is on the money. Pippen's got 22 points.
Merciless move by Scotty with the ball, completely unbalancing the defender.
Time called here. The Hawks decide to talk it over. Richardson, he's checked in for the Pelicans. We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. Outside Jackson. Fires top of the key. Good as the jump shot falls. Jackson's got 5 points in the quarter.
That's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Reason why it takes extra energy to do it. You have to trust your defensive rotations, but it's worth it.
And hard to decide which was better, the pass, the catch, or the slam.
Oh, there's no wrong answer. Sensational alley-oop. Pass to Jackson. Outside Pierce. Just 5 on the clock. Stolen by Pippen. In the corner, it's Richardson. Johnson outside. Passes it to Pippen. Bosch with it. Knocked away. Stolen by Jackson. Outside Pierce.
And we know Pierce has the jumper, but you can also pound it inside with him.
Elbow. 2.
And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for Atlanta.
They've been lights out from three-point land in this one. The defense hasn't been effective at stopping them, so they have just stuck with the game plan.
And they're also finding a good deal of their points off turnovers tonight. Seems like every time they come up with an extra possession, they find a way to convert.
The first free throw is good.
Paul Pierce keeps building on his legendary career. A champion, we know he's a clutch shooter, and more importantly, a bona fide leader.
Atlanta making a switch here. Turkoglu's checked in. And both free throws good for Paul Pierce. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the Pelicans. Richardson finds Johnson. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Johnson's got 12.
Yeah, the D has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the court.
That was a second look at our Mobile One drive. Amazing control on display.
And you can just sense his determination, trying to do everything he can to keep this game within reach.
Pippen with the steal. And now here's Pippen with the fast break chance. Here's Richardson. Atlanta with the rebound. Pierce has got 5 rebounds tonight. An amazing finish with a hand right in his face. Pierce has got 4 points now in the quarter.
And right now, Pierce is feeling it. His guys would be wise to keep finding him.
Left side, Bosch. New Orleans moving the ball around. Richardson dishes to Bosch.
And even though they're down, they are putting on a show at the free throw line.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. And that one falls for Bosch. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Atlanta leading by 8. Bibby passes to Jackson. Turkoglu with it. Kicks to Olajuwon. Turkoglu trying to get open. And Olajuwon with the basket on the assist from Turkoglu.
And we've seen Turkoglu run a little point forward in the past. Tremendous skill for his size.
Pass to Richardson. Hands it from downtown. Richardson's got 9 points.
Not just a knockdown shooter, he does a great job of finding space for his shot.
Back to Bibby. He feeds it to Turkoglu. Boom, he jams it straight down.
Yeah, and Bibby does a great job within their offense, especially when it comes to spotting the open man.
Richardson against Pierce. And there's the pass to Bosch. Over Turkoglu. Bosch misses. For Atlanta, they've gone 6 of 9 from the floor here in the second half. They've got to be happy with that. And Jackson gets it to go.
Ever since halftime, he's had his eyes on the basket and just crushing it right now.
Richardson outside. There's the dish to Bosch. Pass to one zone. Now here's Pippen, guarded by Jackson. Shoots. Olajuwon with the rebound. Atlanta leading by 12. He kicks to Bibby. Turkoglu outside. Passes it to Pierce. To the left side wing. Deep 2 from Bibby. And the Hawks getting another basket right there.
He needs to be more proactive on offense and shoot it more. He's making most of his shots, so he's got to demand the ball more.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks very much. The reviews have been good for the league's moves to eliminate foul calls on non-basketball moves. The NBA said it wanted the game to be played, not manipulated. Draymond Green says it helps to know that you'll have more of a fair opportunity as a defender. Guys can't just cheat the system. Kevin, back to you.
That's great to see, David. Thank you. Looking at who's out there now for the Hawks. Sabonis, he's checked in for Olajuwon. Jones comes in for Paul Pierce. And Thomas subbed in for Jackson. That's good from Johnson. The Hawks leading by 11. Thomas surveying the D. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
It's often a tough call that can go either way, but I agree with you on that one.
New Orleans making a switch here. Butler's checked in. Halliburton outside. Outside Butler. And he banks in the layup. Butler's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for the Pelicans.
How about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
Outside, Jones. Outside for Thomas. It's stolen by Johnson. Score the basket. It's number 6 for him this game. 6 for 9, 67% shooting.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Sabonis fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
No clue how he got that one to fall.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. And the Hawks making a change here. Rand's checked in.
One shot.
Pelicans trailed by 10. Johnson outside. Pass to Butler. Back to Johnson. The shot's good on the assist by Butler. Johnson's got 11 points here in just the second half. The pass to Bibby. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. That's tipped. Sabonis kicks to Jones. Brand outside. Shot clock at 6. Bibby misses. And so it's Halliburton who brings up the ball for the Pelicans. Butler at the elbow. Pass to Claxton. Trying to get open is Johnson. Nice D from Sabonis. Jones in the post. He's covered by Halliburton. Jones, no luck. Pelicans trailed by 8. A floater. Offensive rebound. The second effort. And the basket by Johnson. Johnson's got 21.
Salvage the possession. He's a terrific offensive rebounder.
And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. It goes on Tyrese Halliburton.
And Bibby is an active scorer, one who is skilled at drawing the D's hand.
And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Pelicans?
For me, consistent penetration the entire game, and that's given them a lot of options.
And they've also played exceptionally well in the paint tonight, taking advantage of their opportunity to work inside.
And the first one drops.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
And both free throws good for Bibby. Pelicans trailed by 8. We've got 1:13 left to play here in the third. Williams in the post, working on Brand. Williams can't get it to go. Atlanta's gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the third quarter. Thomas passes to Sabonis. Inside, Jones kicks to Bibby. 6 to shoot. The teardrop falls in. Bibby's got 6 here in this quarter.
Man, I'll tell you, when you get your floater game going, it's a tremendous weapon.
Thomas against Johnson. Passes to Halliburton. And it's sent back by Sabonis. Out of bounds, Pelicans ball as New Orleans keeps possession. Goodrich, he's checked in for Johnson. We've got 28 seconds left in the third quarter. That's good, and the Atlanta lead is cut down to 8 on the bucket from Halliburton.
The touch on Halliburton's shot really opens the floor up for him, letting him get to that mid-range.
Love the work there. They got the most out of that possession.
Here's Goodrich. Bucket is good. Goodrich has got 14. 12 seconds left in the third. Here's Thomas. And again, it's Atlanta.
And yeah, he's not messing around. He wants no part of a comeback in this one.
Reason why momentum can flip so quickly. We see it time and time again. Teams giving up big leads.
And so it's the Atlanta Hawks going into the break with a 10-point lead. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. We'll return shortly. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, you also have the location of the pass. Puts it right where it needs to be, where his man can do something with it.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. The Hawks leading by 10. So with Thomas sitting on the bench. Here's the 5 for Quinn Snyder right now. Sabonis is out there with Smith. Then there's Jackson. And it's Pierce. And it's Bibby in at the 1 spot.
Man, just adding insult to injury. He just waltzes inside and extends this lead.
A uncontested shot at the rim. You have to compete at all times.
Unsell. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Hey, if you're not going to fight over, you're essentially giving the shooter the look he wants.
Halliburton against Smith. Unzell, the pass to Bosch. And he makes good on the layup.
If you came to watch a scoring battle, you're in the right place.
Yeah, both teams trying to close out strong. These are the fireworks that fans came to see.
Smith outside. Shot clock at 6. Pierce inside the three-point line, and the Hawks getting another basket right there.
And look at how quick he was to bite on the pump fake. Left his feet way too soon.
Goodrich against Jackson. Poked loose. Goodrich with it. To the paint. Here's Bosch. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. Bosch has got 4 points in the quarter.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Pass to Jackson. From the arc. It's good. The assist this time from Bibby. Bibby's got his 4th assist in this one.
And Jackson is a known sniper, someone who is quick in how he gets his shot off, and a reliable wingman.
Good on the three-point shot. Pippen's got 25 points.
Yeah, that's a great shot. 3rd 3 of the game for him, first in this half.
There's the pass to Jackson. 4th quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now.
And how about the shooting stroke of Bibby? His three-point shot is as money as it gets.
Pelicans trailed by 11. Now a timeout called by New Orleans. Olajuwon's checked in for Sabonis. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Thanks, guys. Willie Green had some words for his team during the break. No surprise, he was not happy with the turnovers. He told them, we are giving this one away, guys. We've got to be more careful with the ball, play within the offense, and get good open shots. Kevin?
Okay, David, much appreciated. Pass to Bibby from outside the arc. Another 3 for Atlanta.
Man, the triples keep falling, guys. That's 3 in a row.
Pippen outside. Back to Halliburton. Here's Unseld. He's guarded by Olajuwon. It's stolen by Olajuwon. And we're about 3.5 minutes into the 4th quarter. Smith for 3. And another one in the scoring column for him. He's 7 of 10 from the field.
12 straight points off of three-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
Passes it to Goodrich. And here's Pippen. Poked away. Pierce with the steal. To the middle. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Jackson's got his 6th assist on the night.
And loving the strategy. Even though you're well ahead, you want to stay in attack mode.
You want to stay aggressive, right at the rim, driving another nail into the coffin.
Pippen kicks to Halliburton. Just 5 to shoot. And there's the feed to Bosch. That ball is good for another field goal. His 6th. He is 6 for 9 on the stat sheet.
And this team's struggles are not his fault. He's putting in work at the offensive end.
Took him no time at all on that one. Jackson's got 16 points here in the second half.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
You know what? They talked about this at halftime, and they're doing a better job of creating space.
And he gets the bucket.
I like what he's doing here. Terrific efficiency scoring the basketball.
Oh, glad we got a chance to check out that fantastic drive one more time.
And I just love his competitiveness he's showing there. Team might be down, but a drive like that could spark them.
Here's Bibby. Again, the Hawks good for 2.
And from the mid-range, Bibby, very consistent. You really can't give him that kind of space.
Pass to Goodrich. Halliburton against Bibby. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Jackson. Johnson, he's checked in for the Pelicans. Greg, we're seeing more fines recently for the language that players use with the media. Is that a concern?
I don't think it should be a concern, and I'm not kidding. The league's going to have standards of decorum. You're on TV. You got to keep it together. However, I think that
as a society, we're a little more tolerant of certain words that are used in public.
Olajuwon with the block. And the basket by Unseld. Atlanta leading by 21. Here's Bibby. Smith on the wing. And the dunk by Smith.
Haven't we seen that a few times today, guys? I mean, their defense has got to have a little bit more toughness about it.
Back to Johnson. He makes his 9th shot of the game. He has only missed 4.
He's doing what he can do to pull them closer, but it's not enough. He needs more help.
And the pass to Jackson. Now Smith. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. 22 points for Smith.
Well, overall, they're the team getting the better looks here in this second half.
For them, the first half was maybe more of a filling out process. Now it's winning time.
Bosch in the post, covered by Smith. Here's Goodrich, and it's good off the back rim and in. And so much great talent coming into the league, Greg, every year. That 2021 draft class, in particular, looks very strong.
Absolutely. Anytime you got just a couple potential stars, but from the looks of it, upwards of 5, you know it's been a special draft.
And he makes that one.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Outside Jackson. Smith on the wing. Back to Jackson. Smith outside. Fires from deep. Drops in the tray. Smith's got 10 points now just in this quarter.
Had that one in his sights, too. His 5th triple of the game, second this half.
Goodrich dishes to Bosch. And the rejection by Smith. High arcing shot with the second effort, and he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Shooting one. And that's a lesson for the D. Fight harder on the glass.
Reason why, lack of focus, lack of communication, which led to second chance points.
And the Pelicans making a change here. Halliburton's checked in, and a switch here also for Atlanta. Thomas is checked in. And Josh Smith, no good on that one.
And ever since he came straight out of high school into the NBA, there's always been a drive in Josh Smith. He plays like he's got something to prove.
No good on the shot. Excellent D there from Goodrich. And so it's Halliburton who brings up the ball for the Pelicans. Goodrich, that's good. The Hawks leading by 22. Pass to Jackson. And for coaches' challenges, the refs review their own calls. It's a little like grading your own test. Maybe, Greg, give that job to the review center.
You definitely risk a confirmation bias, and everyone wants to be right. It does seem like some calls stand that probably could be reversed.
Thomas against Halliburton. Olajuwon with the block. Smith outside. And it's blocked. And they recover it for the 3.
Yeah, good job trying to get a hand in the face, but you've got to be more careful.
Three shots.
And he's good on the first of 3. And he's good on the second. And he can't make it. 3 for 3. And for a while there, Greg, it seemed like we were entering the super team era. But lately, homegrown talent, players you draft and develop or sign and develop, seems to be the way teams are going.
Yeah, and it's not easy to maintain a culture when you're bringing in stars from outside. We've seen some cautionary examples here of late.
Bounce pass, Thomas. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Olajuwon passes to Thomas. Goes back up. Back to Olajuwon. And as it goes out of bounds, Atlanta able to keep the ball here.
And he jumped out to that ball immediately. Great reaction on that deflection.
A little bit late there, but you tried to get into your opponent's head, force them to go somewhere else with the ball, and he did that.
Looking who's out there now for the Pelicans. Russo's checked in for Bosch. And it's Batum in for Pippen. Now here's Thomas. 6 on the shot clock. Great D that time from Batum. Well, for New Orleans, shooting indicative of smooth offensive play. Up at 60%. They're a machine from the floor. Here's Goodrich. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
And what's interesting about Goodrich, doesn't have great size or an explosive vertical, but he's just tricky enough to draw fouls.
Two shots.
And he can't get the first one. Greg, we know a lot of teams using former NBA officials now working as consultants to teach their players how the refs see the game. I guess always looking for that edge.
Yeah, Kevin, I think it's a great idea because philosophically sometimes as the rules evolve, players got to learn how to evolve with them. So not getting the calls you might expect, also how you communicate with officials. I think all of that stuff plays a big role in just furthering that dynamic between the officials and the players. And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Hawks.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Josh Smith.
Just an outpouring of points from him. Nobody could do much to keep him from dropping it in.
First one falls for him. Brogdon, he's checked in for Atlanta. So he gets them both. There's 53 seconds left in the game. Passes it to Thomas. Now here's Odom. Pass to Brogdon. Clock at 6. Thomas against Goodrich. 2 points. That one goes.
Yeah, they've sucked the energy out of this arena. Tremendous effort on the road.
And when you're on the road, you can't be tentative coming into a game like this. I thought their aggressive approach was the difference.
and they can just dribble the ball until the buzzer.
Yeah, they got to be happy with the outcome.
Cheeks outside. And so it's the Hawks taking care of business in this one. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, David Aldridge, Steve Smith, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.